Dog MC.
And this is the Scuffle, episode 1, very first episode of the Scuffle. We're super excited. So here we're going to talk about all our combat sports, fights that take place or anything
That we like.
Yeah, anything else that we like. So make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that stuff, and then catch the show no one asked for also as well. But yeah, so I don't know. Did you see some of the fights? Did you see?
It's a big weekend of fighting.
Big weekend of fighting.
Scuffles.
There's 2 Bellator fights in one day. There's 3 Bellator events. There was Submission Underground event. There was Tyson Fury event, and then there was UFC that happened in New Zealand.
Yeah.
And so it's crazy. So I mean, in New Zealand we had Dan Hooker who defeated Paul Felder.
Yeah.
I felt that Paul Felder won, even though it was razor thin.
He took a lot of beating.
He did take a lot of beating. Yeah. I think that he won, like, slightly. I don't think it was a robbery. I just think it was like...
It could have gone either way?
It could have gone either way. Okay. I don't like how people say, like, oh, well, it wasn't a robbery, it's still okay. No, we still need to fix the judging.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
So, just because they weren't robberies doesn't mean it's okay. We still need to make the effort to fix these decisions. Anyways... Paul Felder at the end, who's a legend in the sport. I mean, he's a man, you know what I mean? But he hinted at retiring.
Yeah, he said he had a 4-year-old and...
4-year-old and yeah.
I mean, that's the fight game, dude. It's like, I mean, anytime you're away from your family is probably taxing, you know? But like, to get beat up and then have to regroup and then know that you're going to take more time to train to get, to get away from your family, it's like...
But you know, the thing is, the thing that's crazy, and I respect him for whatever decision that he makes, you know, but the thing that's crazy is that sometimes, like, athletes, like this guy, I feel he won this fight.
Yeah.
And so even if he lost this fight, it was super close.
Yeah, but it's like
against the top of the world, though.
How many more of those you have in you, though, you know what I'm saying?
No, and I get that. I get that. That's what I'm trying to say, what it taxes on the mind. Yeah. But, you know... People are asking if Tom Brady will retire when he's in the Super Bowl and he loses. And it's like, but he's still in the Super Bowl. That dude could play backup till he's 60. No, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when they're talking about retirement, it's like,
that's why
he physically can do it still.
I think this is different only because it's coming out of his mouth. You know?
Right.
So it's like, he thinks, is it worth this whole run again? You know?
And like they say, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're usually right. And so I definitely understand if mentally he's not there, then he needs to back away.
If it's hard as with his family, then
that's what I'm saying. Then mentally, you need to back up.
As hard as with his family, and mentally he's probably not there in the fight game.
What I'm saying is he just proved that physically he's nowhere near done. I think he can still compete at the top of the level and beat all these guys. I don't know. I think he beat Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker, I think, is one of the top guys in the world right now.
I don't know. I don't know if Paul Felder could beat the top.
No, he doesn't. When you get into the top 5,
so that's why I think maybe he's kind of like,
he's like, I'm not gonna break the top 5. So I'm just gonna keep fighting these guys, you know. Right, and so that's it's.
I think we see one more.
You think you see one more from Paul? Because he took off the gloves, but he didn't throw. He didn't really mention it, or we've seen it before. Yeah. It's true. It's true.
It's usually the symbolic meaning, like, I'm done.
And I think it's in the moment. I think we're gonna see Paul Felder back again. I don't think we're done. Yeah. You know, the other stuff that happened was Submission Underground, which is JLP Sonnen, who he's the guy that runs it and stuff. It's on ESPN Fight Pass. Yeah. But it's really exciting. It's basically grappling combat.
No strikes.
Yeah, no strikes.
You can't slam though.
You can, and it's pretty cool. But they do these tournaments, and it's pretty cool. They had Paige Van Zant's husband, Austin Vanderford. He fought Jake Shields. He fought against
Richie
Martinez, right? Boogeyman Martinez.
He was actually winning.
Yeah, he was.
And then it was that they go into these bonus rounds.
I had Jake Shields winning that. I thought he was going to win. No. I don't like him either, but in a grappling tournament, it's what he. I mean, one of the pioneers in the right?
You get what you pay for, but
exactly.
But Martinez actually ended up getting him with a arm bar?
Arm bar, I believe,
in the late
overtime. Overtime. In the overtimes, when you go to the overtimes.
That's past the overtime. You're in the overtime.
When you take a left and you go to the overtime.
You're like, shit, I'm in the wrong overtime.
No, but it was in overtime, and he ended up pulling it off when he was already losing the entire time. If it would have gone to decision, I think he would have lost. You know. So
the same thing that happened with Mike Perry and Alaquinta.
Oh man, so that was the exciting fight. That was.
I'm not a fan of Mike Perry. I know Mike Perry has a heart. Mm-hmm. There's something about him that just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
And it's not to say that like he's not a good fighter, but
one thing I will say that's part of it.
Yeah.
One thing about Mike Perry is right off the bat you either like him or you don't,
and he doesn't give a fuck.
And he doesn't he doesn't care. Yeah. And not only that, but you're still talking about him.
No,
that's the one thing about Mike Perry. Like whether you like him or you're not, you're talking about Mike Perry. I mean, we're sitting here, and I was excited for that specific grappling fight.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like I'll watch a fight that he's in.
Yeah, I know he can put it on. Yeah,
exactly. He's gonna fucking throw down, but
exactly.
Most of the time he's fighting people that I'm like, oh, I want that person to win.
In the weigh-in for this, he, Al weighed in and he sat there and waited, or he stood there, and then. Mike comes in and he weighs in, and then he starts smoking one of those in his face,
And his wife was on the card too.
That's right.
She didn't win,
but she came close. I think they went to overtime.
Yeah.
That's why I really like that. The other aspect that they have is tag team.
Yeah, which
they do tag team.
Flawed.
It's flawed, and it's flawed because it causes for a lot of boring fights if they just don't want to fight.
Well, the tag team I totally spaced out on who it was, but it was literally one trying to grab the other to pull him to the middle of the cage and couldn't get it done.
Yeah, I think that was Craig Jones and somebody else, but. I like the idea.
The idea is cool, but the way they've gone out so far, it's kind of like, ooh,
yeah. It hasn't worked, but it's the first time, and the reason why I say I like it is because this is basically like real wrestling. It's like real wrestling. Like MMA is not. It's not like real wrestling because they're not wrestling. They're not. I mean, they're grappling, but you're striking. It's like it's a fight.
But this is literally you try to tag your homie.
Yeah, you're trying to tag your homie. Yeah. So it's like already the one-on-ones is very wrestling. I mean, we have these guys that are taking breaks to come and do submissioning underground. I really like that. And now we're adding this aspect of tag team. Whoa, this is like real wrestling. This is like, you go and you grapple and you wrestle.
No storyline.
And then, you try to tag your homie and he tries to get in. I think if they fix it, like the guy at, who was it, Fight Dialogue, he was talking about it, and I completely agree with him. I think right now,
it's gimmicky.
I think right now it's a little gimmicky and it doesn't really work too well. But if they fix it,
but that's the thing.
Really work.
He said, and I agree to his point, that he said it's not needed right now. It's a cool idea on paper, but then when you see it, you're like, this is not needed. And then you're kind of wondering, why is it here? Yeah, because they're already doing good shit.
And it's so good. Yeah, it's so good. The one-on-ones are really good. So it's like, why they're exciting, they're good.
I think they're it's more of like a marketing ploy. Yo, this is something no one else has.
Yeah, right. But they're already that, but they kind of want to draw more pop, or more advertising.
Which off the bat you're thinking, 2-on-2, one-on-one, but there's a homie in each corner. I'm like, that sounds dope. Yeah. But then it just hasn't been.
So I've seen the 5-on-5 MMAs.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and that's kind of crazy. But what if you have a tag team like wrestling? Like a guy waiting on the outside of the octagon or something. But it's just actual fighting.
It would have to.
It'd be a rope. It'd have to be a ring. Yeah.
You have to take it back to like Pride, where it's in the square circle.
But I'd like to see a 2-on-2 like MMA fight, like a guy come in, you get 3 seconds.
There'd be so many people getting hit in the back of the dome.
It'd be crazy.
You'd be like, he's not looking at me.
No, it's not.
I killed him. Fucking killed him.
But it'd be
crazy. Fun. Yeah, I definitely tune in.
And some of these combat sports, they start adding these crazy rules. I mean, you have those 5-on-5s.
There's one that you could bring a gun in.
No.
You only get one bullet.
No.
It's 2-on.
You get to pick.
It's 2-on-1. So you're like, imagine.
I'd like to not imagine that.
Well, you're right. Yeah. Okay, maybe not a gun, like a tranquilizer gun.
Oh, there you go. There? That's not the same.
But then as the other one falls out to sleep, then you get to beat on him.
Oh, great. That's fair. And we really see who's the better athlete.
Right? But you have to fight the other guy.
It's like those other ones. Have you seen the one where they do the arm and they tie on the platform?
Yeah.
And you can fight.
Well, no,
you can and you just... And you just get knocked out of your leg, but you're tied.
He's still
you're tied.
On.
No, because you're tied.
No, but I'm saying
you're holding on to the guy.
He wins.
And you can kick, like throw kicks over the table and stuff.
I gotta check that out.
I forgot what that's called, but that's crazy. Hey, combat sports gets crazy, man. And you start doing this stuff, but I think Submission Underground has something going on.
They definitely have a good formula.
And if you think about it, the guys that they had for these submissions,
they're not
really
like rookies or nobody who's ever heard of them. They're like legit fucking fighters.
And it's cool because they can take a break and do this while
Mike
while
Perry
waiting
just
for a fight.
fought last year or like probably last
Al
year.
fought too,
and he broke his nose.
Right.
So it's like
Austin Page Van Zandt just fought. This was Mike Perry's wife's first fight, but apparently she's a pretty good grappler, and she showed she was pretty good. She could hang,
Yeah.
And Mike Perry really surprised me in this, I didn't have him winning that,
No, well the thing is, I think Alaquinta at the end he had his hands raised as if he thought he won, but he didn't realize that in the earlier rounds that Mike Perry was like smothering him and didn't let him get out of certain holds.
Right. Yeah,
or he was just dominating him on the ground. So
that's right. There was a wonky time where the ref kind of like separated them, and Al almost had a twister or something. Yeah. But but see, they're still kind of learning as they go. That's what I'm saying, and I'm really excited for it. I'm really, really excited.
No, and the good thing is it's you're bringing in established fighters.
Yes.
So they know what they're doing.
Yes.
So it's not like, oh, can I do this? They're like, no, I just don't have to worry about getting hit in the face.
Right. That's it.
So now I can really focus.
Grappling. Wrestling and grappling.
And I can focus on my submission.
Yeah, you can.
Because that was the thing. Mike Perry submitting, he was like constantly going for submissions, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, he really impressed me. That was really, really exciting. Al's wrestling was good,
he is who
he is, yeah. And but just attacking him, with all the submissions.
Those two, I wanted Mike, to be honest.
You wanted Mike?
That's crazy. Like I didn't care for Mike Perry, but I don't really care for Alaquinta.
Really, I like Al.
Like I did want him to beat Khabib.
Style. I like him. Yeah.
I wanted him to beat Khabib.
And he did well.
He did, yeah. But I wasn't. I don't know. It's just not a person that I'm like, ooh, like talented for sure.
Right.
I respect.
And he brings it.
Yeah, I respect him, but I'm just not like, oh shit, I gotta catch that next one. I catch it because I am a fan.
I like him. I think he can bring it. I think he fights exciting. I think he could take a punch. He can give a punch. I think
it's just because he's part of that whole. He's part of what group? What he's from?
I don't know, but I know that who's he training with now? I think
did he switch?
No, I don't know if he switched. He's still with the same guys because he seems like one of those loyal guys. But he's talking about where he learned his wrestling and like how Mike Perry's not gonna have a chance or something like that.
It escapes me who he trains with, but comment below. I'm always down to know more to remember things that I don't remember anymore.
Right. But I know it's a good team because it shows in his skills, and so
I should know this.
But Mike Perry has obviously evolved as a fighter. He's mostly a striker and he goes for knockouts.
Yeah, so that's why it's cool
that
he's really a different element.
Yeah.
I'll put the comment. I'll comment myself.
Yeah, there you go.
Like that's who.
That's who it was. There you go.
Unless you beat me before.
Unless you beat him to it. Yeah, there you go. But the other exciting thing, really exciting, was Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, and
I think that probably took the main credit for the weekend. Like I think mostly people were invested in that.
That was one of boxing's not dead. It's not dead.
I think it's living with the heavyweights.
Mostly. But with the heavyweights, they're bringing it right now. I mean, it's not like a packed catalog, but they're still bringing. Yeah. That was super exciting. I mean,
I had Tyson winning the first time.
Okay.
But then it was a draw.
Mm-hmm.
And then after Wilder's display of the last two opponents, I was like, I didn't really like. I was leaning more towards Tyson.
Yeah.
But I didn't really mind who won because I think they're both in that.
I like them
upper
both.
echelon, right?
I really like them both a lot.
But I thought Wilder was gonna take it.
Yeah, I thought Wilder was gonna take. I wanted Fury to win. Yeah. But I thought Wilder was gonna win it with just that one shot.
Yeah, I thought he
can only mess up once. Yeah. And if Wilder catches him. But this is really interesting. I was watching Fight Companion with Joe Rogan, Brian Callen, Brandon Schwab, and Eddie Bravo, and that was right before the fight took place. Yeah. And we had Wilder. We had talked about it. We had Wilder winning, and then as I was watching the Fight Companion for the UFC in New Zealand, they mentioned something about like, oh, I can't mention on air, but I had Wilder winning until I saw something. Yeah. And now I don't have Wilder winning. And then they're like, oh, you can't talk about it? No, I can't talk about it. And that's when I was like, well, I take their word for it. If it made him change it, if he saw something with his own eyes and then was like, oh, I changed it, then I was like, oh, dude. And I already was like, maybe Fury will win, you know. And then that kind of just sealed the deal. Like that changed my mind. Like last minute, I was like, oh no, I think Fury's gonna win this.
What it might have been was that.
And it's true though. Wilder didn't look like himself. So that kind of proved that, I mean, you know, I was like, whoa, what happened? What is this thing?
Yeah, he didn't come in like his normal self, but he also, like, second round got, you know, like a rupture or a cut in his ear.
It was a cut.
Yeah, okay. But I mean, still, it's fucking up your equilibrium.
Yeah, but before he got rocked in that first or second round, he didn't look right. He looked like
fighting the Undertaker. That's why.
Dude, yes, he was fighting the Undertaker. But yeah, no, Tyson Fury just put on a clinic.
Well, so the thing is, so he
the way he was fainting,
he got a new coach. He trained with somebody different, and he also came in a lot heavier. Which was weighing Wilder down. Fury.
Well, it wasn't just that, but he came in a lot leaner. So not only did he come in heavier, but he was leaner. Muscle, he was working with the nutritionist that works with Conor McGregor, George Lockhart, I believe is his name. And so that's why.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Tyson Fury was ready to bring it, and he looked the way he looked. You know.
I think also this kind of shows that Deontay Wilder obviously has gotten far in this, and he's no you know.
Chump.
Yeah, no chump when it comes to fighting, right? This is his first loss. He's freaking 42-1, right?
Yeah, but when you get someone of the same size that can like
the technicality aspect is what I think took over.
The sweet science.
Yeah, and it was like, okay, I'm in my bag. Like, you know, Fury was like, this is my sport. I got it. Not to say that again, take anything away from Wilder, because Wilder, this is still his sport.
Right.
I would like to see a third. You know, like we don't need a third.
I don't think so, man.
No, but I would like to just see another one, just to see like how does he bounce back from this, you know?
Well, I want to see. Okay, so I think Fury beats him in the third.
Yeah.
There is that clause that's a 30-day clause. He has 30 days to decide if he wants to fight for a rematch. Yeah. I think the longer that he waits, like Eddie Hearn was saying this on Ariel Helwani earlier, and Eddie Hearn is Anthony Joshua's manager. And he was saying, like, and it's true, the longer that Deontay Wilder waits, the more, like, mentally weak he looks.
No, for sure.
So it's either he gets the rematch, like, and do it now, but waiting 30 days and then be like, oh, I got the rematch. Oh, man, you're going to lose.
Well, he's probably already setting it up now, if anything.
I think that's his only option, because who else is he going to fight, you know, that is as big?
Well, Ruiz.
He could fight Ruiz, and that would be...
And the winner of that fights
against the...
You know, Wilder and Joshua, if they fight, right?
Exactly. Yeah. No, and that's true. That's how it could work. Yeah. But I would, if I had my choice right now, he just outclassed him.
No, I don't need to see it today.
No, because the first one was a draw and it was very close. And then the second one, he really put it on.
He just showed like, I probably won the first one as I knew I did. You know?
Exactly, and he really showed competitively and technically how you're saying that he was way above.
I mean, Wilder's team threw in the towel.
They threw in the towel, yeah. But I think that was a good option, a good choice. I think he was done. I like we know you would go out on your shield, but you really weren't gonna win. There was
at that point, no, took a body shot, dropped you like a 6.
You were done.
You're out in the 7th.
So, but if I had my choice, I want to see Fury and Anthony Joshua fight. I mean that's two British. Oh my goodness, that would be crazy.
I wanted to see Joshua against Wilder first, though. I did. Like I really.
Wanted to see that, but I feel like Joshua's scared of Wilder, or was scared of Wilder.
Maybe now he's like.
And now we'll see how he does against Fury, and then if he has the confidence to go against Wilder. But I feel like Wilder's been wanting Joshua, and Joshua doesn't really want it, you know. But we'll see. Not that Joshua doesn't fight tough competitors.
No. You know, but I mean, after the display that when he fought Ruiz the first time,
exactly,
I was like,
but see, that's awesome. Right away, come back. You know, get your stuff back.
It was a little, he won by decision.
Yeah.
You know, in the second fight.
And Ruiz came in like not prepared.
Yeah, and it just seemed a little
really
like
weird.
What's going on?
Yeah, what's happening?
And Joshua wasn't Joshua in that fight, I don't think either. So.
No, yeah.
I don't know. It's a good time to watch fucking sports.
It's great.
Combat
I mean,
sports.
XFL just did their kickoff. The first kickoff was returned and touchdown, and so we'll see how exciting that is.
They've learned from their mistakes.
Oh yeah, from the first XFL season, which LA won. But
they won, really?
Yeah, they did.
I didn't even know anybody won. I thought it was a loss for everybody.
No,
including Vince McMahon.
Okay, good one. Good one on that guy. But yeah, no.
Fucking 500 billion is that?
Yeah, something crazy.
500 million. I think.
Yeah, but now it looks a little more legit, and like the kickoff, they start off at the half line instead of like to kind of protect the player. I'm excited. It seemed like really good play.
Yeah.
That kickoff, the guy caught it that was returning it. He gets tagged. He tosses it, and the other guy catches it and returns it for a touchdown. It was nice. It's
great. I definitely watched the.
It's exciting.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the LA team.
Yeah, of course, you got to. The Wildcats.
I gotta do shit.
The Wildcats. The Wildcats, come on. You ain't gotta do nothing.
No, I'm just saying, like, this is the one team that I can get behind that I was like, it wasn't invested because I was a kid or.
Yeah, right.
I'm literally like adult. I'm like, okay, I'll support you.
Yeah, right. But yeah, no, it's a great time. Right? Like that's happening. Boxing is not dead apparently, and it's alive and well and exciting. And I mean, if you think about the entrances that Fury and Wilder did compared to like entrances that the MMA guys, I mean, the MMA guys are locked in by a Reebok deal, so then you have you can't really express yourself too much, you know. Not that we want a circus, you know, but I don't know, a little fun. A little fanfare, something is really nice, obviously. Yeah. Obviously, because it was a great performance, a great show all around. Wilder's performance coming in was awesome.
Wilder came in looking like fucking the dude from Mortal Kombat, right?
Dude, he looked like Shao Kahn.
Yeah.
That
more
was
so
crazy.
than ever. Like he's got little skulls right here, and like I don't know.
It looked cool. I don't know.
He always comes in like with some crazy ass bedazzled gold shit. But
Fury coming in on the thing, getting carried. Oh man, that was awesome. That would that'd be so cool.
You know, the crazy thing is all of these sports are understanding that wrestling has been around and still is around for a reason.
Because they understand that it doesn't matter if it's this cup versus this pencil. If you can tell the story of this cup versus this pencil, people will watch. They've literally told you, we know the outcome and we're actually, this is fake. And you still go and they still sell out arenas and they still do all that stuff. And you still watch and it's still fun. And so do you see what I'm saying? So now you have this real product. You know, come on, tell some stories. Let's tell some stories and let the fighters express themselves.
When the story becomes bigger than the sport.
Yeah, that's the problem.
When it's like the story is you're trying to cram it down.
A perfect example is what we're talking about, the Submission Underground, right? We like the one-on-ones and we like the idea of the tag team, but it needs to be refined a little bit. Don't go gimmicky. Yeah. Let's keep it
I'm still not 100% sold. You're like 90.
I like the idea.
The idea.
I like the idea because it's kind of the aspect of wrestling, and it's trying to bring, you know, different types of matches in real wrestling. Like you're actually really wrestling. You're not like, you know, striking elbows. It's like you're really wrestling, you know.
Yeah.
And but with jujitsu, all grappling. But you can tag a homie if they had some sort of way, you know, to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe like you said, bring in the rope, but then to bring a new ring in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that changes it. I
don't know. I think it can be done.
Yeah, I mean, you can still have the grappling because they do grappling matches in the squared circle. But
right.
Then it's like you want to utilize the cage to pin him up against the cage.
Right.
To get him in a clinch. So I understand what you would lose.
Right.
But I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not down for this.
Hey,
tag me in. I can't even get to you. So now this guy's just gonna be touching my leg.
Just think about it. Let's just say, hypothetically, I mean, this is in the future. They get it right? Yeah. And then MMA kind of is like, oh wait, dude, we can kind of refine something like that in the future. Stay with me. And then you have the tag team champions.
No.
And then you have like, who's the greatest tag team champions?
The Dudley Boys.
And leave it at that. Yeah, I agree.
Devon, get the tables. Yeah, see that now you're mixing into two different pools, and you know now you're shitting where I eat.
No, you're right. You don't want to muddy the water too much. Let's keep it clean, and it's already good. Let's not Let's not.
I mean, if they can get something going and I'll be all for it. But
right.
But it has to work.
But it's not broken though, right? Like the one-on-ones aren't broken and working. So let's not fix it. Let's not add anything.
No, there's definitely some stuff that they can fix.
I agree too.
But it's not in its entirety. You're like, no, I'm happy.
Yeah, I agree.
This other fucking freak show.
It's not a freak show. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm down to drop it too. I'm not like die hard with it, but I like the concept.
On
I like
paper,
it's
the idea, but it's hard to watch. Man.
Yeah, it was because it's hard. It's hard to watch.
It's like my cat playing with a toy.
It is very, very difficult to watch. But stick to the other stuff, and it's still great. I'm still excited for more. More stuff they're gonna put down. UFC is always Bellator's putting on events like crazy. Boxing, Joshua. What's gonna happen is Wilder gonna invoke his claws to fight the rematch.
Dude, we have bare knuckle boxing.
Oh so my goodness, I know. There's just so much. Yeah. So definitely stay tuned for these episodes of the Scuffle. I'm super excited to keep this going. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm Daniel.
I'm Sog MC.
This was episode 1. See you guys next time. Peace.